What's up, everybody? We're here for another edition of In the Trap with Mike and Manny, the podcast you didn't know you needed. Today, the ladies left us solo. Story of our lives.
Literally.
We can't get women to stick around, apparently. But it's all good. We're here.
We're toxic. We know it. But we're here every Tuesday. So if you say that we've got commitment issues,
we're looking for that commitment, I guess. I mean, I think I found mine, but we'll see, right? You think you found yours?
Time will tell.
Time will tell.
Time will tell. We usually go 30, 60, and 90.
30, 60, and 90 days? Yeesh. Well, listen, you're probably wondering who this beautiful gentleman is here.
Very beautiful.
This is the one and only Nick Rippold. I don't know if you want me to use your last name, but... Owner of Moby Dicks.
Nick Rockel. I don't know if you want me to use your last name or not. R to Richard, you as an umbrella.
Entrepreneur, businessman. What else can we add to that title?
I just want to thank you both for having me. I've been watching, and it's the podcast that I didn't know I wanted, but or no, I needed. But thank you for having me on, and happy Diwali for everyone celebrating today.
Diwali, yeah, that's right.
It's a pleasure to be on with you guys.
He's
fantastic.
I was driving in today, and I thought to myself, how many guys get their favorite bar owner to their house to talk shit, drink, and just talk?
Not many.
Not many.
Not many.
So I feel privileged. I thank you because everyone knows that I'm the biggest supporter of Moby Dicks.
This is Mr. Moby's.
Yeah.
Located on Campbell Avenue, West Haven, Connecticut, 06516. Open Monday through Sunday.
203-932-DICK, D-I-C-K.
Look at that.
It's like the alley-oop.
Marketing
It's so
genius
natural.
here.
It's so natural.
Shouts to the Peanut Gallery who's here in the building. I think this might be our biggest peanut gallery.
And more coming.
Let's go. Ooh.
Pork chops? Pork chops?
The pork chops warm yet?
4 hours later. 4 hours later.
Listen, as long as they get done. So what's your background, Nick?
My background. Well, we opened up Moby Dicks almost 4 years ago, and during COVID, the bar had closed down.
What was there before?
It was many things.
Many different things.
You remember?
Things. The last iteration was Sonny's Cafe. So they had a cafe license. It was a little bar, but it was twice the size. Had a restaurant in it. It was different names. It was Peyton's Place. It was
But how did it get smaller?
less business, and then to lower the rent, they gave that space up to the store next door.
Are you always so calm and reserved?
Pretty much. I mean, I think Manny knows me pretty well. Pretty reserved. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Manny, any thoughts on that?
So I moved to West Haven in February, and all my friends in West Haven are like, listen, you got to go to Moby's. So I go to Moby's on a Tuesday night, and everyone that knew I was at Moby's was like, did you meet Nick? And I'm like, no, who the fuck is Nick? That's the owner. Well, how am I going to know it's the owner? No, you're going to know it's the owner. So I walk in on a Friday night, and it's packed. The place is packed. And the girl is running around. She's like, her head is spinning. And this guy goes behind the bar, and he comes up. He's like, what the fuck are you drinking?
I don't think I swore.
I don't think you swore.
I don't swear.
What are you drinking? And I was like, Nick. Yes.
That's it.
I'll take this. Done. And after that, it was like love at first sight. I mean, it was really good. And then the whole Reedy thing, when I bought Reedy on my birthday.
Yes.
And you're like, I saw you insurance.
Yes.
So like after that, I met your dad, and it's been like, Nixon 7 and everything else underneath.
But back to the Moby's, right? So this place is a vacant, abandoned place, right?
Sure.
And we go in there, I'm like, how much can this be? It can't be that hard to work. We figured this thing out. And like, all right, we're gonna do it. Make it a bar.
Just a bar.
Just if you hear the siren,
I like
we're
that.
really in the
We're in
trap.
the city.
We're in the trap. It happens sometimes.
And so we opened it up like kind of on a whim. And
Who's we?
So it's my father and a couple of buddies of ours.
Okay. Long-term family friends? Nice.
And so I said, we got going into it. And then obviously everything takes longer, costs more, and all that stuff. And and I have I have a great job, another job, obviously, and we got it going, but it's been great. But it took a long time. We had to close a couple times to expand and do things, but here we are, and it's been unreal.
But you told me that at first it was just going to be a bar.
Correct.
Then it was going to be an oyster bar.
Correct.
And then you were like, let's go.
Correct. That's exactly how it went. And it took, a ton of money and a lot more time and a lot more aggravation and, approvals and the state and all stuff. And it was great. And it's funny that you bring that up, like about, how I met you. It's like you meet so many great people along the way. And a lot of it's, X's and O's stuff. It's like you got to get licenses and this stuff. And then the only way you get through doing all that stuff is meeting great people and having a lot of fun. So everyone's like, dude, you're crazy there. You're doing this, you're doing that. But if you don't get to enjoy it, you would never do it. The money's not great. The time is insane. It's a 24/7 job. But having those great nights, how about we all three of us have met before? Like, I don't remember it. Like, it was one in the
Literally
morning.
walking
You
in,
were
it's like, I miss you.
so that's what you're doing. That's how you get through. We were close like 3 months, like renovating the town's killing us, like the state's all over us, where people are putting in bogus like accusations. You're like, dude, what am I doing this for? Why am I? You do it for it, like
For that. And you know what's funny is I was talking to Ava the other day, and she put like hashtag Knicks in 7. So we were there the night that the Knicks were going to go to Game 6, or they were in Game 6. They were hoping to go to Game 7, and we were so rowdy that night. But like me and you, right? We're like this, right?
Yeah.
But then someone like Ava who works there is like, yo, these guys are fucking crazy, and they walked in and they made this a crazy Wednesday night. Like there was no one there when the three of us walked in.
Correct.
And then all of a sudden you're like, Josh, let's do this.
Yeah.
Come on, back him up. Let's do that. I'm like, fuck it, let's go. And then all of a sudden, oh, you do this during the day. Oh, you do this during the day. All of a sudden, like you can help me. Oh, I can help you. Like it just like all of a sudden it happens. I'm like, oh, let me just call Nick.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I can't get you on the phone, but like you
Even,
on a text.
like all those great nights and fun nights are sick, right? And that's why you do it. The other funny thing about that business, especially where you're located, like you meet a lot of like local town people. Like we have a guy that comes there like every day on his bike. Bicycle, yeah, not his motorcycle.
I've seen it. It's like he chains it up.
He doesn't even chain it up anymore. I think he's just like whatever. But and then you meet, you meet people from all walks of life, and like that's what makes, right, like a little town bar, right? As much fun we have, and like great nights, having nights. It's like those people that are there at like 10 o'clock in the morning, like for one beer and a couple, like those are your people that
Dedicated.
but that you see a whole different side of life.
During the summer, we were trying to go for lunch. How many times? And then what about when we met the principal? And then that was on 9/11. And it was like Matt, and she was just like, I'm with you guys. But like, and I tell people that about Moby's, right? It doesn't matter who's there. There's someone there.
For sure.
Oh, really?
And you want to have a conversation, because I actually sat with the person who's bearing, and I didn't even know.
Yeah.
And then I met your dad. I didn't even know he was your dad. So like I've had all these interactions where I'm just kind of hanging out at the bar, sitting down, or doing karaoke on a Wednesday night with the girl who didn't show up tonight.
Where is she?
Who didn't show up? Where's the girl who didn't
Her
show up?
location is still at home if she's watching.
FaceTime.
Wow.
FaceTime or live.
Let me send that.
FaceTime or live.
Let me send the link.
I'm gonna FaceTime her.
Let's leave her a voicemail live and talk nasty to her.
I think we should FaceTime her.
So why a bar? What makes you think of investing in a bar?
Well, we were, we're all from town, and it just happened to come up. Like we're always trying to do something. We were all in, the politics in town, and we all bought homes in town and stuff. So it just happened to be like one of the only places that really got shut down during COVID. Happened to be an old bar, and yeah, we all like to have a good time. And my grandfather had a bar and restaurant and stuff. So we just looked at the space, and the space, like you guys know, has got a lot of character. And that's, we knew we were going to do some sort of food concept and do something, and then became an oyster bar now. It's like lobster rolls and stuff. So I think being downtown in an area that needed a facelift and needed some help, and something that, again, there's so many pains with a business that like never stops, right? That's 24/7, but it's also the most rewarding.
Yeah.
So, and I think you can have the most impact on your community. We do like downtown cleanups and people come in there after planning and zoning meetings, and it's a place that people meet up and charity coat drives and stuff. So you do have a lot of impact being a retail business in a community like ours and being in downtown. And it's something that's always open, right? On the weekends, you're open like 17. I mean, what other business is open 17 hours a day?
What happened to the bagel pop-up?
We did that all summer, and it's just, harder in the winter time. I think a lot of things shift in that business in the winter anyway. So it was seasonal, and then, we do other kinds of things in the winter time. But
I think my favorite part about Moby's is that most people from the outside looking in don't realize that it's kid friendly.
sure.
And more than anyone that I bring my kids there. And my 16-year-old leaves here and walks there comfortably.
Yeah.
Goes there on Wednesdays and has lobster rolls.
There were kids there today when we had a drink.
So like I wanted to emphasize that tonight because so many people think dive bar, oyster bar, craft cocktails, right?
Sure.
Great menu, awesome food. There's seating. It's not just, the bar.
Sure.
And listen, let me tell you, your staff from the daytime to the evening to the young to the new, they're all so impressive and so personable that I want to come back because I went there on a Tuesday, but I didn't want to know who I was. Not that I'm anyone important.
You're Norm.
But
I'm serious.
I'm fucking Norm. Like I whenever I tag Moby's, everyone knows my
your
name.
name, exactly.
And I can go there and say, hey,
Are
can
you gonna? Somebody gonna mention something about the footwear tonight, though? Like,
Oh, the
I mean,
Gucci-
I
the
feel
Gucci-
like-
the Gucci.
I've been kind of waiting.
Let me then.
Listen,
I've been waiting.
notice-
I don't want to
so-
be that guy,
so
but like
you were
I gotta like kind of plug my own.
you were the white guy that showed up on time.
I mean,
Early. You showed up early.
Early, right? The loafers, the Rolex with the bezels. I see you. I see you. I see you.
And the best part is he's like, the business isn't doing too well. Okay.
This thing's
We
fucking
see
fake.
you.
I'll give this thing to you. Or this is Chinatown special, dude. The Chinatown
Power
special.
mind game.
I think some
The
people
fake Rolex
know all
story
about that.
has to come out.
Power
I
mind
think
game.
some people know about the fake movies,
Has to
but
go
I'm not gonna go there.
I gotta send the link.
But why Moby Dicks? How'd you come up with that name?
So funny, it was called Moby Dicks in like the 60s. It was first opened as Moby Dicks. So that's where all that woodwork came from. So that's all original.
Oh
And
wow.
then it changed hands, became like a pub and an Irish bar, and then it was getting a bunch of different names. But that was the original place.
Oh, that's cool.
And they used to have fish tanks in there. And we tried to get a lot of the old pictures and things from it. We haven't been able to like get anybody to send us any stuff. But that was the original name. And the mailman came in one day that was an older gentleman and said, this place used to be Moby Dick's. And we found some things like regarding Moby Dick's, and there were holes for portholes and stuff like that. So I said,
Right.
that's such a cool name. And me and my partner were like, dude, I love it. And so that's kind of,
I mean, Manny has a fish tank here. I mean, would that ever be something you put in Moby's?
typically you have fish in a fish tank, but we're not a judgy. We're not a judgy country.
It's vacant. So I figured maybe you may want to donate it.
Yeah.
So what happened
Off
was
air,
Labor Day, we got a little crazy with the food and the lionfish died. All right. He was
The
a
lionfish
beast.
died?
He was awesome. And Gabby,
Tree's
one of
on.
my friends, said she's gonna take me fish shopping because she's tired of coming over and seeing that there's no fish in the fish tank.
Who's your friend Gabby? That's not the Portuguese girl, is it?
The Portuguese girl?
Is that the Portuguese girl?
Yeah.
She goes to movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a good.
She has
She's
a lot
one of the biggest advocates of movies.
She has a lot of tattoos, I think.
Oh, does she?
She told me, just think of a young Rodney.
She told me she
Dangerfield.
has one of those tattoos on your lower back.
The trip.
Yeah. I know it.
Yeah.
She said she was young and got it.
But
No, young. She looks great.
She's beautiful. Pretty girl. She is very. She's like a nurse or something. I know. She comes to movie.
Oh.
She's friends with Jess.
What's your favorite Jess and
Yeah.
Gabby story
Oh,
about being in the bar? Are they your favorite clients?
I don't have any favorites. Being in this
Okay.
business, you can't have favorites. It's like, what's my favorite thing on the menu? I like everything.
Hey, but he did
Yeah.
come
Who's
on.
my favorite bartender?
Hey,
They're all my
he
favorite.
did come in on the trap.
But I did come here on the trap, right? No, they're good. We have so many great people there. We really do. But that girl, Gabby, I do know.
The story where we were there one night, and then the boyfriend who wasn't the boyfriend came looking for her.
Whoa! Oh my God! No, I don't want to put anybody on blast like that. That's a classic. If anyone wants to hear that story offline, I'd love to tell it. I saw it. It was
Listen,
classic.
maybe if we start a Patreon, that'll be on the Patreon episode.
Yeah, anyone knows these people and they want to DM me, I got an absolute for that if they want to.
Wow.
What's the Instagram?
It's Moby Dix 203 on Instagram. Too.
You have a few.
I can put up the main one.
What's
here.
the beer? What's the beer that you guys do? You guys got your own beer?
We contracted with a brewery in Connecticut, and they kind of like label our own stuff. So yeah, it's cool. It's pretty simple and tastes great. And we run a $2 like all day like inflation buster.
Really?
Yeah, don't be going and buy it now. It's for, like that's if you need to, but it's good. It's like a nice lager.
Dude, a $2 beer
Can't
buster
beat
a
it.
day. I mean,
Can't
come
beat it.
on, dude.
Can't beat
I like
So
beer.
Mondays is the burger.
Mondays and burger, yeah.
$8.99.
Can't beat it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Tuesday is the oysters for $1.
Yeah, no,
Let's
50% off. 50%.
50% off.
Even the high end ones, you get half off. It's
Done.
unbelievable. Yeah.
Wednesday. Wednesday's the night.
You know,
Not only is it
listen, I'm gonna tell you something. You know who's always there on Wednesdays? I know I'm whispering like that girl, Gabby, and Jess are always there on Wednesdays. Dude, like trying to get like a
I
lobster roll
love
to
it.
go. Like they're always trying to angle.
hold on, what let me
So it's $17.99 lobster roll and fries.
I thought it was $16.
$17.99.
Okay.
Lobster roll and fries.
Lobster roll and fries. $17.99.
And then you put the lobster bisque on top. Come on. Tell me about that.
That's like our loaded lobster roll. So it's our homemade lobster bisque poured over our lobster roll. It's absolutely fire.
Wait, how the hell?
But the best part about Wednesday, sorry to cut you off, is you got karaoke that night too.
We got karaoke. I'll be down there singing. It's good. It's
Ava sings there too, right?
Ava sings there. We've got a
And-
serious voice. Who's on the
Heard her
track?
on the
She was on the trot last week.
She can blow there. She can sing.
She's gonna be something.
She's gonna. We
Oh, yeah.
talked about
Yeah,
that.
we did.
We talked about that earlier.
For sure.
And then Thursdays.
Thursdays we do like a shrimp basket. It's not a crazy good deal, but
we love it. We love
we don't need to lose money to bring in customers by the time it's Thursday. So we don't give the house away.
That's kind of like my question. How the hell can you afford to do $17.99 lobster rolls on a
Short answer is you don't. I mean, you're grinding, but like in a smaller place, right? The economics are a little bit better than being a bigger place, and so you have a little more room than a bigger place sometimes, and it's about getting people in. We just have great customers, so it's a lot of the same regulars. It gets really busy. It's and people are drinking and having a good time. They're getting appetizers. So it does work out, but it's like the first few months we did it. It's been over a year, I think now. It was tough. People were like, "This is crazy." You hear a lot of heat from people like, "How are you doing that? You're gonna get killed." But you know what?
Not only,
you keep delivering and people appreciate it. Like we kill it.
but it's also good. Like amazing. Like you guys want to.
Correct. But we also don't like change the. It's not like it's a smaller role because it's Wednesday.
I think the peanut gallery is.
Oh, thank you.
Peanut gallery is feeding them.
So it's good, but we don't like skimp the portion or anything like that. So you're getting the same exact thing that you would get on a Saturday. You get on a Wednesday, and it's great. It's a really good product. So.
You know what I think Gabby and Jess and Manny would like is if you had like a Latin night. Any plans to have something like that?
Listen, if you want the truth, like how open can I be here? Like a Latin night with Manny, Jess, and that girl Gabby, I think would be a little bit too much. We'd be open to anything, honestly. That'd be really cool. But you brought up the lobster roll and the awards and stuff. We did the lobster roll festival in Milford. I don't know if you guys know this.
Milford.
That Milford, Connecticut invented the lobster roll.
Yes.
Did you know that?
Really? I did not know that.
So
I would think somewhere in Maine.
No.
Everyone thinks that, but like we had all the like the hamburger, like in these towns, like we used to be like big in Connecticut. Now we had a lot of oysters.
We got the best pizza.
We have the best pizza still.
Can we talk about the story about you getting pizza in New Haven and then going to tequila bar and they saying you can't bring in the pizza?
I would love to tell you that story, but if you don't mind me just finishing this thing.
Go.
So we do the first ever lobster roll festival. We sign up. There's like 4 vendors. like, you got to bring 500 lobster rolls. So I wasn't really privy to all the meetings. My employees did it. They did an amazing job. My dad was involved. I said, listen, whatever. I couldn't help. I was doing something else. They sold out 500 lobster rolls at the first ever Milford Lobster Roll Festival with Chimney. It was a crazy day. Stonebridge, Moby's, like 200 people. Crazy. So next year it's going to be even bigger and better. But we've won awards for it. 2023, like best lobster roll, best rec. So it's been great. And in a smaller place, in a smaller environment, you have a lot more leash, right? Our rent and our overhead isn't like these bigger places. So it's a place, again, it's a different environment, as you guys know, but you're getting some quality food and eating.
Amazing food. I've had everything on the menu. I mean, I put it up on the reel where I've had almost everything on the menu. I've never had anything bad.
Yeah.
My favorite has got to be the oysters with the sashimi.
Oh, that's my favorite too.
My God, that's
so
good. My daughter, who's 10, goes in there and says, "Yeah, $18.99 for two. I pay for it every single time. It's
Any plans on expansion? Or do you have any like room for expansion there? Or you're kind of like that.
Listen, you always. So again, I have a different kind of role in the business, but they're always, you're always looking for opportunities, right? Anything to meet your customers and to grow the business. You'd be crazy not to look for those things.
Right.
At the current location, I think there's a few things that if they came up, we would try. But nothing really concrete, no real plans. And then, other locations, it's just a difficult business. So many places go out of business. And so that we're always getting calls and that people are reaching out about taking over certain places and doing things. So, you got to be patient and steadfast and make sure, that, what you're doing and have planned growth and do it correctly.
How many employees do you currently have?
20 part-time, a lot of part-time people, obviously, in the restaurant business. But yes,
I've always wanted to know what's the interview process for like if you're hiring a bartender. What do you ask?
Can you cut that real quick? And I can so it's a funny thing though. Like in a newer place, in a smaller place, we had to rely on a lot of people with no experience. Who's going to like leave their job in an established place that has experience and come gamble on a place on Campbell Avenue
called Moby Dicks.
and called Moby Dicks? Like they're like, no. So we have some great people.
Samantha,
our manager Courtney runs the place. She does everything. Like without her, we couldn't do it. But you're always bringing in new people. It's like I've worked in a restaurant. I'm sure at some point in your life you.
Because we're Spanish, you think that we will?
I would assume you were in the back of the house.
I
did do
typically not, probably more customer facing, but like I worked at Lorenzo's in West Haven, like
let's go,
and worked in the kitchen, right? I did it all, and so I think most people find their way in it, but right, it's either a summer job or it's temporary. It's twice a week. I used to go to high school. I can only work twice a week and have a car, so whatever. So that becomes difficult when you're trying to run a business and people are it's no fault of their own or being fired. It's like people's lives are in motion, right?
Yeah,
you're in school, hey, I'm going back or I'm leaving or I'm coming or whatever. So
are you there like every day? Like
no.
so you have employees to handle like opening and closing and all that?
Okay. So our manager Courtney, who's from West Haven, from town.
She had a real job. She had a real job. She's
she
awesome.
had a real job with the state, and she retired. But she was in the service industry years ago, and managed and opened up a bunch of restaurants, like a big name restaurant, and retired, young and early, and came on board, and it's just been running the ship.
And Ava does a great job.
Tremendous job.
Riley,
tremendous.
I mean, they really are. Like, I don't go in there and go, oh.
Correct.
I like, and that's special because I can go there with my kids. I can go there with a date.
Absolutely.
I can go there by myself. I mean, he'll tell you, right?
Gabby, anybody.
Yeah. I've had so many nights where someone's like, "Where are you?" and I just send them the picture of the fucking the oyster sign or the little press.
Yes, that you bought me. Shout out.
You bought him a press?
I bought him a burger press that has a whale tail on it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Listen, anything I can do it. I've got a Moby's.
Well, you would know because you worked in the back of the house prior. So
I hope that gets edited out. I don't mean anything.
I did. I was a fucking dishwasher. At one point in my life.
You were? This is great.
So it's funny you bought that burger press. I finally got one of those stamps because we don't do like a flat top burger. Like we grill it and then we finish it like in the oven. We char it and then kind of finish it to temp. So I finally got one of those like stamps. You ever seen those like
With the whale?
like the branded ones? Yeah.
Yeah.
It says like has our logo, so I was able to upload it online on a website.
Nice.
It took like 6 weeks. I like, forgot about it. So I get this, I'm looking in my bushes and I see this random ass pack.
I'm looking in my bushes.
My mailbox is near. I have like this, like it's seagrass stuff.
Yeah, because you're by the. I mean,
Yeah, by the water, no big deal. So
Gucci
and there's a
shoes, ladies and
package.
gentlemen, Gucci shoes.
we're losing on the lobster rolls. Gucci shoes. Lives by the water. We're okay.
So I go in the
We're
seagrass.
okay.
There's a package there, and I'm like, what the hell is this? And it's like, I'm like, I don't know what this thing is. So it's sitting on my kitchen. Finally, I open it. It's that stamp. So we're gonna get that on, and what we're gonna do is do it on the rolls, Manny, too. So not just like on the meat or the protein.
Oh,
Like on the roll.
strong.
It's gonna look.
When does it start?
I don't know. If you let me out early tonight, maybe I can.
No, you're not leaving early today. You're not fucking leaving.
There we go.
How difficult is it to find like reliable help?
It's impossible.
It's impossible.
And again, it's not. I think you get down on yourself. Especially my managers and stuff. They get down on themselves, like picking people, and then the owners get down on themselves, and I think even the employees get on themselves. But in that environment, it's difficult. You're looking to better yourself. Who's in school? Who's looking to go back to school? Who's looking to get out of school to pivot? Who has children? Who doesn't have a vehicle? It's very, very difficult. So it's a huge challenge in that ecosystem because of what it is. It's late nights, right? You're there to 1 o'clock in the morning. You have to wait. It's a very difficult job, and anyone that's been in it understands that. And I think we are a lot harder on ourselves, and even internally, people are a lot harder on themselves. Now it's like, listen, as long as you can give me some heads up, what's happening lately?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
You're trying to better yourself. You're trying, especially you do a good job. You come here. You're respectful. Like we don't want it to be a place that you can't have fun and enjoy yourself, and you're going to lose your job because you have to take an afternoon off. Like that's not what we're about, right? We're lucky that we don't need to be like that. It's that kind of place, and people pick up each other.
Everyone gets along.
It's difficult. I think 95% of it is just the nature of the beast, and then 5% people, younger people have a lot less work ethic than I think people did years ago. I don't ever remember calling out of work ever. And again, and like I'm a nut.
You're born and raised in West Haven.
Yeah.
Where did you go to college?
Merrimack College up in Massachusetts.
Okay.
Ivy League.
No,
That's not Merrimack.
no. But heads up, cheers to Merrimack. I did some post college work at some institutions that maybe you saw on my LinkedIn, but I did not go to an Ivy League.
Okay. And during the day, you work for someone else.
What did you say?
His daughter goes to Florida.
No, that's not Ivy League either.
During the day, you do one thing.
Yeah.
Right, and then are you the face of Moby's? Would people say
it's
that?
really like my dad. So my father was like I'm obviously younger. I can go on the computer and do different things. So it was my dad's kind of thing. Like he was on the railroad for 40 years. So my dad retired as a conductor. I took his last train home with him.
Literally on the railroad.
Literally,
I love that.
It was so cool. And he retired, and like 5 or 6 years later,
He's bored.
he worked for his father. His father had a restaurant and bar in West Haven, and he, it just kind of fell. The place had been vacant, and again, we all drive by, and it's like you hate to see a vacant spot, and we kind of knew the bones anyway, so it was his thing, and I got involved because. It was like, hey, how do you do the liquor permit? Now it's like they used to meet you and, you would write you remember the carbon paper, like the 3 sheets.
Yeah.
You guys remember that?
Yeah.
It's like, dude, they would come down there and my grandfather's first register was a cigar box. So, there was no credit card. So there was cash.
Right.
Guess what? That's not how it works. you need to have Clover or Toast. The liquor permit is all online. The payroll is online. The every application is on the internet, and so that's how I kind of got roped in. And then like anything, you end up enjoying it. It was just like the game of it, the hunt, like
We talk about the hunt all the time on this show.
well, that's what it
We're
all
built
is.
for the hunt.
PNC,
built for
we're
the
built for the hunt.
Built for the hunt.
Looking for that PNC.
They're like,
kill.
you can't, you're not going to be able to get this license. You can't get this permit. And it wasn't like about like, then it was like, wait, I'm not going to be able to get a permit.
I'm not fucking leaving.
Why? And it sucks you in. And so it's my dad's kind of thing. And then like the couple of family friends that are involved, again, we all.
But who's the chef that like really crushes it? I mean, because you guys like, I tell people all the time, it's a dive bar that has great food, awesome service, and you can drink Blanton's there.
Yes, you can.
So like you can have a $17 lobster roll,
Right.
and have craft drinks with Blanton. Like to me, it's unnatural.
So
And I love that.
So again, we all have different backgrounds and stuff, and my dad working in New York City for so many years, there's a lot of places like that, right? There are places that are pubs or small places that do different things, and you can be a little more elevated, but still be a dive bar and still be comfortable and still have, an $8 burger. But that doesn't mean I don't want to be in a nicer, kind of vibe, right? And get plans.
Yeah.
So that was kind of his vision to things.
I love
like we have like the white napkins instead of paper napkins. Like that was his thing. And it seems silly, and like it's a lot more expensive to do that than paper and different things. But I think it makes a difference. And I think that was his
100%.
kind of his like thing that he he valued. And dollars and cents. I was like,
I mean, he shows up in a shirt, and I mean, not tie. He shows up in a shirt with a sweater every Friday, Saturday with a sports jacket. He's introducing everyone. He's me. And then one night I was there with a female, and I said something, and he goes, "Oh, whoa! You don't talk like that usually when you come here." And I was like, "I'm sorry." I was like, "I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry." And he was like, "Come on over here. Let's talk about this. Let's get him drinks." And it was just like, it was like a moment, and I was like, I'm home.
Yeah. So it's that was, and he was pretty not only passionate, but like, look, these are deal breakers. Like I want it to be like this. And he had a couple things he didn't want to negotiate about. And I said, listen, all right, whatever, it doesn't, whatever. And I think it's worked out pretty well. Like I think it's a good mix of being very comfortable and divey enough where you don't feel that any kind of way. But you know what, I can get plans, I can get a martini.
You definitely see a diverse clientele,
for sure.
Definitely.
Everyone's,
you never know who's gonna be there. Everyone's chill. Like I've never seen any problems there.
Little things that he instilled keeps it respectable. You gotta have a good time. There's nothing worse when you go out and people are looking at you like you're being too loud or you're enjoying yourself too much, right?
I've been at a couple places with Manning where that's the case.
Well, I'm sure he's totally out of control. But I'm allowed to like you want. And again, there's a very fine line. It's a tough situation, but in a bar, right? We are a bar. We're on Campbell Avenue. We love our roots. We love where we are. We're a bar, right? That doesn't mean you should have to sacrifice like getting a good bite to eat and respect. So there shouldn't be. Hey, do you mind? Hey, I say, hey, no problem. People move their seat. People are very gracious.
100%.
I think when you sit at home, you can have a good time. You can laugh.
100%.
You can be comfortable. But there's that line, like, look, everyone's here to enjoy themselves in a safe, respectable way. You got to lower your voice a little bit once in a while. Or hey, like it's only 8 o'clock. There's people here. And then at 10 o'clock, like it's a different game. So he's been very influential about that, and it's like there's a time and a place, right?
Yeah.
At 5 o'clock, you should be acting different than you should be, at 10 o'clock.
Absolutely.
So it's been great. It's been really cool.
Nice.
What else you got there, Hansel?
So I don't know. I wanted to ask you, like, I see CPIA after your name. What does that stand for?
It's so in my profession, it's just like a designation that I got. It's like a license designation.
Like a professional insurance agent, some crap like that. Okay, yeah. That was a new one to me. I obviously have seen like CPA, CFO, all that, CFA, all that.
Because you've got a finance background. NBA.
Finance background. Do you have MBA? Yeah.
NBA. Whoa, he
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Dang.
So, but I'm learning business from the guy from Moby. So
Nah, I hope you're not learning business.
You
from
know?
the guy.
I mean, I'm not wearing Gucci shoes.
Nah.
Are those the Bad Bunnies? No.
No, these are just some
That
Nikes.
sucks.
That's it. Yeah.
You had to go in the office today, like the first time. And
Oh my God, yes.
he goes into the office like 10 times a year.
Literally.
And he's like, oh, this is so. There's
I missed the
traffic.
train this morning because I couldn't get out of bed because I'm not used
There's
to it.
traffic.
Once you get used to being home, it's tough to.
It really is.
And it takes so much out of your day.
He's doing
Like, he started
fucking.
work
He's
2
doing
hours
logos. He's doing fucking all, and like they're paying him, right? Like his view, if you went into Manhattan, is the tree, but he's making logos for In the Trap,
Listen,
and he's like, "Who should we book next?"
Listen, I get my work done.
That's it.
Okay,
That's all that matters.
that's all that matters. At the end of the day, my clients are happy, so
That's it.
it's a same as Moby's.
So you want to hear my story about pizza?
Yeah, what's up? What's the story?
So
I love this story. This is one of my favorite stories.
I go to Bar Pizza in New Haven, and I eat dinner, and I got like $40 worth of like leftover pizza slices, right? So it's like a $68 pizza
How come everything in West Haven closes at 8?
because they're so busy all the time. They don't need to be open.
Oh, we're gonna have pizza.
So we were supposed to get pizza. Manny didn't call us parties at 9. They closed at 8.
I didn't know that.
Shout out to parties. Inspire. So I leave. I have like $60 worth of leftovers from like bar, like some large slices,
Sure.
small slices. So I go to a well-known Mexican restaurant on that
A
street.
tequila bar.
It's a tequila bar, and I walk in, and with my girlfriend, and she walks up. Like,
You have
it was
a girlfriend?
like 6 months ago or something, 3 months.
You
ago.
have a girlfriend.
And I'm going up the step, and this guy like arm bars me like this, like, dude, no outside food or drink. This is like 9:30 at night. We're at like a birthday party. I go, me? He goes, yeah, you. Like, mad abrasive. Like, and I go, dude, these are like leftovers from across the street. I said no food or outside food or drink here.
Did you see the loafers?
Jeez.
I wasn't.
You what?
I don't think it mattered. This guy was.
Was the
this
rolling
guy
on the wrist?
It was on the wrist. I said, dude, I don't think we're like understanding. So now I go to open up the pizza. He like no.
Whoa, he touched the box?
Went like this. I don't care what I go, dude. You're just can I just talk to you for a second? Listen, what I'm saying to you is, I just had dinner here.
Fired up.
These are my
I was at
leftovers.
Moby's
They're
that
cold.
night.
I'm not gonna eat these pizzas. They're my leftovers from my meal. I want to come here and have a drink. Can't bring it in. I said, dude, I don't think we're obviously we're missing something. There's some sort of disconnect that we're having. Like,
Because I want to drink.
this shit's cold. It's leftovers. This shit's cold. I'm not gonna open this box in here. I go, I'm gonna put it over here in this
Like
area.
a cool check.
Like a little boy. Like, I promise you I won't touch it.
Here,
Nah.
hold it for me.
Nah, you can't have it in here. I go, dude, like, the guy's like 6'6". He's a monster. I go, dude, obviously but I'm not gonna come in here. You can do whatever you want. I'm like, can I ask you a serious question? What is the reason for we don't want people eating? I go, dude, I'm 40 years old. If you tell me not to eat this pizza in here, I'm not gonna eat pizza.
Let alone,
I
I own a bar.
I have no
I'm
intention
professional
of
during the
eating
day.
it. I'm not gonna eat it anyway. But I'm giving you my word that if that's the fear that I'm gonna eat this pizza, I promise you, I'm giving you my fucking word, that I'm not gonna eat this pizza. I'll give you my license. I'll get, dude. I don't. Now he starts getting like rowdy and yelling. Like, I told this guy, like, so now like these other. I'm like, you all know what this guy's like trying to tell me? Yeah, man, I'm sorry, no outside food or drink. I'm like, dude, let me just tell you something. This is the most ridiculous, asinine thing that I've ever been a part of in my whole life. And I can assure you, I've been through some asinine, insane things. This makes no sense. Like, now I'm like, can I speak to him? They're like, there's no manager here. Like, you gotta go. Like, dude, aggressive. Like, that's super aggressive. So ruined my night. I was pretty bummed out.
You still went in.
You did go in.
I did.
And
Where did I do it?
What did you do with the pizza?
No,
I threw it out.
He bought a round.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I bought around for everybody, and then I got. Oh no!
And then he said, "I want to say something."
Yo, no, yeah. So then I did. I made like a big thing, but I left the pizza outside, and then I was like,
Pay for the
I'll get
second
in real
one.
quick, and I'll come get it. And then so I do all this whole thing. I like an idiot. I buy everybody a drink. I leave a big tip, like anyone cares. It was just a waste of money. And then I go back outside. I get my pizza. Now I'm like, some homeless guy could have like made this thing like. Now I just wasted like $180. I left a big tip to a place that like disrespected me, and now I lost my pizza. I'm like, I am the it just I just dampened my whole evening. So here's how I got my revenge. I was like gonna go on Yelp or do something nasty, and I'm like, dude, that's so crazy.
Typical white person.
I wrote a letter.
Oh, whoa!
I wrote I mean like United States Postal Service letter, like stamp and everything.
Like
And
handwritten.
I said, I'm furious. Right? Dude, like scathing letter.
Wow!
Right? I signed it in blue
True
pen.
Karen fashion.
Blue pen, I signed it so they knew it wasn't it wasn't the internet. Like blue pen, I signed it. And I said, and I'd like a call back, whatever. They never called me. They obviously don't. Really.
Would you go there again?
Have you been?
I was there recently.
I was there
I
last
didn't try
night.
to bring any
I was
food in,
there
and
last
they
night.
won. They beat me.
So if I go to the Chinese restaurant across the street and I bring the food in and I have a drink.
This guy will.
No, for you, for Moby's.
Of course.
You would let me in with
Of
the
course.
food in the
And
bag.
again, I think the right thing is like, please don't eat your Chinese food in my restaurant. Please don't get a pizza from bar and come in my restaurant. Obviously, if I do that, you leave. Having left, forget the Chinese restaurant. You went to an Italian restaurant. You have your food, and you come in my place, and I no, you can't. And it gets out. In Moby's, you can drive. You would have drove here. I said to this guy, excuse me, hold on, how about this one? My car is a mile away from here. So you want me to bring this pizza a mile away, to then walk a mile back to have one margarita? That's not, there's no way I'm doing that. It doesn't make any sense.
I'm not fucking leaving.
So the guy's like, well, then you can't come. No, I'm going to come in here. But you're putting me in a situation where I don't want to be in that situation. And you're not getting it. And it just, so anyway, yes, I'm over it. I do think that
You see it? Switch up. Switch up.
I was
I love it.
so upset.
Dude, I was there the night that he came in. He's like, you guys wouldn't fucking believe this. I need everyone in there.
Am I wrong or right?
And Moby's out there.
100%.
100%
100%.
right.
And guess what? After that, I didn't go there.
But again,
I went there last night.
You know what, sir? I don't trust you. Sir, I don't trust you. You look like an untrustworthy guy. I'm going to hold your pizza until you get back. Fine. There were so many other options then.
I agree with you.
You can't come
Go
in.
check. Go check the pizza.
Ridiculous.
I mean,
Put it in the kitchen. Take the boxes, you put them on the oven. You hide them or whatever. Hey, I'm going to hide these pizzas on you. Like, what? Okay, I'm not. I was so mad. And then they didn't respond to my letter. I'm hoping before the end of the year that, and maybe from in the trap, kind of like a
I'm gonna call.
I'm
gonna call Franco.
No names.
I mean,
No one mentioned the place, Manny. Oh my
I'm
god,
gonna call the chef.
Manny.
I do that every episode.
Every episode, he calls out someone's name.
Manny.
I'm not gonna say
got
no,
a real name.
no names.
But yeah.
Now, have you ever received a letter from
A patron.
a patron?
Oh yes, many.
Oh,
Several.
really?
And they're exactly from who you think they would be from.
And then
Are
like,
you serious?
Oh yes.
like, how can they complain about Moby's? Because you guys
I got a
are
good
tight.
one.
Yeah, what are they
I
called?
actually have a good one.
Oh,
Go.
So our family member does like all the books and stuff, like our accounting and stuff. So he gets all that stuff, and then he'll divvy it out, whatever like whatever this bill or just gotta get done. So he's like, texting me, call me, emergency.
because
The letter.
it's hard to get like Nick on the
It is.
The
It's
hotline.
hard getting in line. So I'm like, oh shit. So I'm like, so I was like, we have a big problem. I'm like, oh God, you have a letter here. Just call me when you got to work.
White people really are afraid of letters.
What, you ever gotten a letter? Do letters?
This might be a
Letters
whole,
mean business.
this might be a whole other thing.
Letters mean business.
Shredding it.
Hashtag-
Took a
hashtag-
time out.
hashtag white
They
people.
send you a letter and pay for a stamp and say you suck. Like it hurts. It hurts.
To the
So again, we get this thing. The guy goes, I came
Hashtag I sent the letter.
from Woodbury, Connecticut. on Wednesday, June 23rd. Your website says that you're open at 11 a.m. You are not.
Oh,
I drove 1 hour and 11 minutes with my wife and my elderly mother to get Moby Dicks. Dude, it was 3 or 4 pages, dude, typed. And fine. The lack of respect and integrity that this establishment has for people should be noticed. I will never come back to New Haven, Connecticut. We're not in New Haven. Good riddance. I mean, scathing letter.
Was it never in bold?
Oh,
Or all caps?
Oh, you had to see the punctuation. Oh, exclamation points, like dot, 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 dot. Like, but he hand signed it, which I respected. So my cousin, no, not blue. He didn't have it. That's my sense. So my cousin says, if you knew him, it would be funnier. You have to respond to this letter back. And I said, we're there's nothing to respond to. This person's obviously not stable. They wrote a 4-page document.
letter.
Just like I'm unstable. That's why this restaurant didn't. No, yeah, I don't. I mean, listen, when you're in it, you feel differently, but there's nothing that I can, what am I going to say to this guy? Like, I updated the computer. Like, what am I going to go point for point with this guy? Like, it was insane. So we've gotten that letter. We've gotten multiple other, pretty like insane letters, but
Really?
I don't understand that. That's weird.
I would never do that. Yelp
That's
review.
a lot of energy. That's a lot of
Yelp
energy.
is the
Were
Yelp.
you not open at 11? Was that?
Oh, questions from the peanut
We
gallery.
made a mistake. All right, we people make mistakes.
No, I'm.
What are the
Obviously, we weren't, or why would he wrote us a letter? Yeah, we weren't open.
well, like you Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? What are the hours?
11.
Yeah,
I
one more
forget.
time.
That's like 12 to close.
And this is going upside. One more time.
Ooh, frisky.
I'm not-
Peanut gallery.
Do guests usually get verbally assaulted by?
Usually not. We usually have a female co-host that kind of helps us kind of defer that type of stuff.
Yeah.
They're all
So
MIA.
So our name is Moby Dicks, right?
Yes,
There are probably hundreds of Moby Dicks. So people will go on vacation and they'll send me. We had one in Istanbul.
like,
We had one in Hungary.
oh, that's right. That's right. I've seen you.
So I
I've
always
seen you.
repost it. And I
Yeah.
say our cousin restaurant is here. So listen, it gets better. There's ones in Massachusetts, New Jersey, New York, California, whatever. Every once in a while, we'll go on Yelp and it'll go the BIT bartender with the neck tattoo took my 8-ball while I was playing pool, and my husband slapped her. And my husband has 2 babies with her, and she's a deadbeat. And they'll give you a 1 star. And obviously,
That's a
not
solid review.
obviously that's not Moby Dicks statement because we don't have a pool table. No one has neck tattoos. So you go in there and you kindly say, "Hey, Janet,
Janet.
I believe that you have the wrong Moby Dicks because we're in Connecticut and I looked up your profile and you are in Wichita, Kansas. That's not my restaurant. Is there anything I can do?" And
Janet
will then DM you and say, "F you, buddy," like middle finger emoji. Over my dead body, would I remove this thing? You know what you've done, like these manic things. So then you go to the Yelp Corporation and you say, "Hey, Mr. Yelp, Moby's, I control the Moby's Yelp account. I don't have a pool table. I don't have anybody with a neck tattoo, and I don't have any children that I'm aware of in Wichita, Kansas. Is there any way that you can remove this 1-star review that's at the top of my page so when normal human beings try to look up is my lobster biscuit, they don't see this like internal fighting between these 2 people that live in Kansas
that are cousins."
and then a month later you'll get an email after a diligent review. We believe that this review is an opinion-based matter that you'll need to take up with the customer. And it's like, dude, no, it's just wrong. This isn't even. So that's like the crazy thing because it's funny being off 95 and the highway, we get a ton of, just like, one-off traffic, right? People coming through from New York and Boston, wherever they come in for, and people rely on that heavily. Like I don't care what Zupardi's Yelp review is. is, right? If I want a pizza,
Yeah,
their lengths are ripped out, we're like, but when you're not from around here and you get that traffic, it's super important. People literally come in there and say, I came in here, you have a 4.5 on Google. It's like, well, thank you so much. But did you try my food? Is it any good? Well, you had 4.5 on Yelp. It's like, whatever. So it's so important, but then the controls on it are crazy that you can't, disgruntled. We've had, disgruntled employees and like weird things happen. It's like, there's no recourse. Like, someone says, hey, your lobster bisque sucks. It's like, you got to own it. 1 star. You message them. Like we always reach out to these people too, like good, bad, or indifferent, and say, hey, listen, I appreciate your input. Thank you. Either way, good or bad, same message. If there's anything we could do to be better, here's our phone numbers or whatever. And a lot of times people will reverse it. If they had a bad experience or something was old or mischarged, people
if you weren't there, and you were there the second time around, it's reversed.
But sometimes it's just it's out of your control, right? The to-go food sat there because they were late and then they got it and it, or whatever. You give them a gift card, they come back, they try it, and they'll change your review. People are good. But when I have some unstable person in Wichita screaming and saying the woman with the neck tattoo stole the 8-ball off the table, it's like this just isn't.
Well, hopefully this helps tonight.
Unless that woman comes and finds out that looking for the guy with the Gucci shoes that lives near the beach, and she's got the pool cue in her hand, like looking for me. But it's a little not right. But
I don't know if they have beaches in Wichita, Kansas.
I don't think so. They might have like a lake beach, but I think it's landlocked, right?
I love it.
Yeah.
What else?
Listen, I'm good, man. I love it. I love Nick. I love Moby's. I love everything that we were able to do tonight. I think that Nick's got great ideas on and off camera. He's such an influential part of West Haven. The fact that you were like, fuck it. All right, let's do it.
Yeah, of course.
And then it's brought so many people together in some shape, way, or form, whether it's for Wednesdays at Lobster Roll, whether it's, the Halloween party that's coming up, whether it's Ava that sings live, whether it's, the food that you guys do and the dive bar after hour. It's just great things for the community.
Appreciate that. I want to thank you guys for having me on and giving our business an opportunity to, get our name out more and get to your followers and have a great night here. But these things are important. They're important for our community. They're important, to have people talking about, ideas and being able to just,
and see the Gucci shoes.
Relax a little, see some Gucci shoes, but and I think a lot of people are talking about this, and I hope it just keeps getting more steam and more steam. And it was a privilege to come on here and hang with you guys.
No, we appreciate your time. We know you're a busy man.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
All right.
Hey, we may be toxic,
But our hearts are in the right place.
Each of